She had her, I'm sure, her periods of quite, desolate behavior and desolate feelings, because you go any place you go, there's somebody following you with a camera, and that's very hard to put up with. People say, oh well, that's part and parcel. Let them try it.
You've had the paparazzi all over you.
Yeah, but that's hardly the same as Princess Diana. This was one of the most famous people in the world. I mean, you have the Pope, Mother Teresa, and Princess Diana.
What do you think about the paparazzi? Are they in part to blame for this tragedy?
Of course they are.
They are. What can be done about it? Any solutions?
The actual responsibility lies with the editors and the owners of the newspapers.
Because the public isn't saying, please take a picture in the bedroom, please take a picture in the car.
I think some of these things that they publish and some of the photographs that they pay for are disgraceful.
Do you know Prince Charles?
Yes.
Did Princess Diana ever discuss him?
Yes, very fondly, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
At what occasions did she discuss him fondly?
Actually, I saw my husband today. His car had broken down on the motorway.
This was after the divorce?
During the
so she was delighted that
she was giggling. She said, I saw my husband there, his car had broken down, and she was giggling away.
You think it was just two people who should never have married?
Probably.
Yeah.
But, they produced two wonderful children, so what can you say?
Tell me about Princess Diana's two sons. I mean, they're on everyone's minds now, and you've met these boys.
Very briefly over lunch. Both of them love sport, both of them love pop music. Just two very loving sons. I mean, adored by her, and obviously adored her too. That's going to be the heartbreak on Saturday, as is muted, that Prince William will walk after the coffin on the route. That was probably one of the most moving images of the 20th century.
When you look back, was there one particular time when you and Princess Diana just had a ball together?
I had a dinner at my house, Windsor, and we invited about 30 people, some film stars, and Princess Diana was the guest of honor. And we had, there was one special film star that she was very excited to see, and spent the whole evening talking to him cross-legged on the floor.
Who?
Richard Gere.
I remember reading about it. Yeah.
And the most incredible thing about Diana, she talked through her eyes. They're the most expressive eyes that you could possibly have imagined. And I just remember seeing her sitting on the floor, looking up on him in complete awe.
Now she is frozen in time, forever, at the height of her beauty. How will you remember Princess Diana?
But I think of her as someone who was desperately searching for love and happiness within herself and in her personal life, and was giving everything to others, and maybe hadn't been given enough love of her own. And now she's dead. She would have, no idea how much people loved her. It's a shame that she couldn't have known that in her lifetime. Hopefully people will carry on and remember what she stood for, and remember that she was compassionate and kind, and there's not enough of that in this world. You have the song that you wrote called Your Song. Yeah, the last line of that song, yours are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. Those are the sweetest eyes I've ever seen. She had the most sweetest and the most beautiful eyes. You will miss her. Oh, absolutely. She's irreplaceable. Irreplaceable. Totally irreplaceable.
Well, you can hear Elton John singing his song for Diana at Westminster Abbey tomorrow morning during our ABC News coverage, which begins at 2 a.m. Eastern Time. And Barbara, you and Peter Jennings are going to be on hand at 5 Eastern Time. Well, we are going to be covering the entire funeral and on through the day until the burial of Princess Diana. The entire royal family will be here at Westminster Abbey tomorrow. Princess Diana's brother and sisters will read at the service, as will Britain's Prime Minister Blair. This is not a state funeral. There has never been one like this before. Princess Diana's favorite hymns will be sung, and we feel that this is going to be a very emotional and very personal service. You? We'll be watching that.
2020 is coming to Thursday night, too. Hard-hitting, provocative, touching. Hugh Downs and Barbara Walters. Another great night of 2020 premieres next Thursday at 10, 9 Central.
And we're about to embark on a new adventure here at 2020, and we're really excited about it. Beginning next week, 2020 will be on 2 nights a week, Thursday and Friday, with all of the features and information that you enjoy now. Human interest stories, important investigations, consumer reports that directly affect you, plus a few surprises.
So from now on, Hugh and I will be there both nights, and we hope that you will too. Thursday and Friday nights, beginning next week at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 Central.
That is 2020 for tonight. We thank you for joining us.
And remember, wherever we are, we're in touch, so you be in touch. I'm Barbara Walters in London.
And I'm Hugh Downs, holding down the fort.
And I'll see all of you tomorrow. For all of us here at 2020, good night.
"2020 has been a presentation of ABC News. More Americans get their news from ABC News than from any other source. ABC News, now always on.